Thank you guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I want to say thank you for always watching my video. And today I want to teach us how to design a minimalist poster. And I'm going to take you through the process. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, guys, please kindly subscribe so you won't miss out on my tutorials. Now let's go straight down to the order of the day. Look at the materials I used for this design. I use this textured background, this one here. I use this image, as you can see, and this right up here, explore the unknown. I only make use of these materials and my shape tools, my rectangle and my shape tools. So I'm going to explain how I go about this now, so stay with me, guys. So the first thing I'm going to do now is to come here and pick my rectangle tools. Can you see it? Rectangle tools. So I'll click on it and draw it out like this. Can you see what I'm doing, guys? I'll click on it and draw it out like this. Let me make it bigger a bit so it can be very obvious. Click on it and draw it out like this. And after that, I'm going to curve both edges at the top. So how am I going to go about that? If you want to curve one side of the edges, you just need to click on your shape tools. When you click on your shape tools, you can see that the nodes have changed. So the next thing you are going to do now is to hold down your control from the keyboard, then drag down the side you want to curve. Can you see what I'm doing now? You can see that this is the only side that is curved. If you want to curve the other side, you do the same thing. You hold down your control and drag it down. Now let me drag it down well so you can have a perfect curve to some extent. Now it's equal. That's the first step. Now what's the next thing I'm going to do here? The next thing I'm going to do here is to hold down my shift and reduce it a bit, then click on my right click. Don't forget, I'm still holding down my shift and I reduce it and I click on my right click on the keyboard. That is how to duplicate. If you want to use your mouse to duplicate and you want to get some particular accuracy, you hold down your shift, then drag it with your left click and use your right click. When you get the accuracy you want to get, you click on your right click. Now I've done this. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to reciprocate the same thing I just did. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to hold down my control key and click arrow on the keyboard. Can you see? And click arrow on the keyboard. The more I'm clicking the arrow, the more it's reciprocating. So I need it as many as possible. Control arrow. I keep clicking it, and the more I click it, the more I'm getting more of what I want to get. Now I think it's okay to this extent. Can you see what I have now? Can you see what I get now, guys? So just stay with me, guys. Yeah, I want you to watch this tutorial to the end so you understand how I go about this minimalist poster. It's very simple. So the next thing I'm going to do here is to click on my rectangle tools again and draw it out like this and let it fill inside like this. Can you see what I just did? Draw it out like this. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to give this outline a white color. This outline, I'm going to give them a white color, and aside that, I'm going to increase the outline here and put it last, maybe 1. Let's use 1. Okay, so this rectangle here, I'm going to turn it to black and it's up. So let me page it down so the outline can show. Let me page it down. Can you see what I have? I've turned this one to white and I've turned this one to black. Now this is the result I get. So the next thing I'm going to do here, guys, is to draw out. So I'm going to come here. You can see the third one here is bezier tools, and what we use bezier tools for, we use it to draw. So I'm going to come here and click on my bezier tools, then I come here. Let me zoom out so you can see. Come here and draw it out like this. Draw out, and close it up here and like this. And I close it. Then I give it a black color also. Can you see? I give it a black color. Can you see that it has covered everything? So the next thing I'm going to do here is to come up here and bitmap it first. That's the first thing. So once I bitmap it, can you just see? The next thing I'm going to do again, I'm going to go to my bitmap and go to blur here and click on this Gaussian blur. Can you see the second one? Gaussian blur. When I click on it, let me take it out so we can see how it look like. Let me take it back so you can see how to process your blur. The more you increase it further, the blurred it becomes. It out, the more blurred it becomes, it will fade out. Can you see now? It's blurred enough now. So let me click OK. Let me click OK. Can you see what I have, guys? Let me click OK. So now after blurring it, the next thing I'm going to do here is to click on my F10. And close it up here. Close it up. Close it up. Stay with me, guys. It's very simple. Just understand how I go about it. So now you can see that the black is now reflecting. Is not, the edges are not sharp. I've blurred it. Can you see? The edges are not sharp. I've blurred it so well. So that's the second stage. So the next thing I'm going to do here now is to click on this one here and give it a white color. Don't forget, these are rectangles, so I'm going to page it up here. They are rectangles, so I'm going to click on the last one in this middle and give it a white color. So after that, I'm going to come straight down again to my bezier tools. Don't forget, and draw it out like this, and draw it out like this, and draw it out like this. I want to cover this down with black because that's the wood part I want to create. So now I've closed it up, I've drawn out it. So let me go here and perfect it and put it at the edges so you can cover it properly. Let me see the side too. It's well covered. So I'm going to give it a black color. Can you see, guys? See what we have? Don't forget, I make use of my bezier tools. Now see what we have, guys. I just give it a black color. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to pick my circle because I need a bit of light reflection inside this thing. So I pick a circle and I draw out a circle. Can you see? I draw out a circle. Then I'm going to give it a white color also. Then after that, I'm going to come here and bitmap it. Then after I bitmap it, I'm going to go straight down to my blur as usual to blur it out. So when I click on my blur, can you see the effect? Can you see the light reflection I'm getting on both edges? Can you see what I'm getting? So I click OK. As you can see, that is a bit sharper here. So I'm going to come down to my transparent tools here and fade it a bit from the down part because I don't need to be too sharp. Can you see? So I blur the sharp part below. Then let me take it backward a bit so it can be more obvious that there's light. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to pick my image, this image. Let me duplicate it to 2, Ctrl D, because I'm going to need it to reflect downwards also. So I'm going to pick my image now and reduce it well like this and drop it here in the middle. Let me reduce it very well and drop it here. Then after that, this one I'm going to do the same thing, turn it downwards, reduce it also as a reflection, reduce it well. Can you see? Let me page it up and reduce it so well. That's our reflection. Now you can see that it's obvious regarding the fact that even the background below is black. Is that white circle I put as a lighting effect that makes that reflection obvious. If I remove it, it's not possible for black to show on black. So that's why we need that circle and that effect in that area. So I'm going to put it like this as a reflection. Can you see what we have, guys? So the next thing I'm going to do here is to pick our texture background. This one. We are rounding up, guys. And let me page it up. Okay, it's saturated already. Let me remove the saturation because I've worked on it before. Let me remove the saturation out of it. Let me remove it first. So this is it. So I'm going to increase it like this and fill up the whole thing. Then I'm going to go straight, after I fill it up, I'm going to go straight down to my transparent tools also. I'm going to click on this first one, uniform transparency. Can you see what I have? Uniform transparency. Let me zoom in out so you can see. You can see the noise on the images. So the next thing I'm going to do here, if I want to be more sharper, I'll come here and go to subtract. You can see that it's more sharper. Now you can control it here. If it's too deep, you can control it here to lighten it up a bit, or make it darker, or you light it up a bit. So let me just light it up a bit so it won't be too dark like this. I think it's okay like this. Let me zoom in so you can see. Can you see the noise? Can you see the effect on the lines? Can you see it on the backgrounds? So the last thing I'm going to do here is to pick our write-up here, explode your known. Then let me page it up. I'm going to put it at the middle here. Looking at the image itself, it's trying to explode your known, going through a lonely road, a lonely path. Can you see what I have? Then I centralize it. So let me zoom it out. So we see what we have. Let me zoom it out. Guys, we just created a minimalist poster. So simple. If there's anything you don't understand, drop your questions on the comment section. And if you want to see more of my tutorial, you can click on the link on this video to join my WhatsApp community where I share my tutorials before I drop it here on YouTube.